If we knew our purpose, if we knew the purpose of creation, life would be a lot more simpler. I'm so grateful that you're joining me this week as we are in the first installment of the series, Purpose of Creation. Let's start very quickly. I want to go to Genesis chapter number 1, verse number 1. But before we do that, I want to pray. Dear Creator, we're so grateful and gracious to all that you have bestowed upon us. Thank you so much for this time of impartation and recognition of who you are within us, so that we may become better versions of ourselves. As we take these downloads and this information, we begin to sense, see, feel, and know that our lives are going to begin to change and transition. And as they change and transition, we can sense it, we can feel it. We get that good, glad feeling, knowing that we will walk into prosperity. We will walk into success. Our family matters will begin to dissolve, and we will have direct and correct relationships and relationship statuses all around us. We can sense it. We can see it. We can feel it. We know that you are doing this through us, to us, and in us, and as us. And we know that you called all things to be good from the beginning, and we concur with your word that they are good right now. And so it is. Amen. The purpose of creation. Purpose of creation. Genesis chapter number 1, verse number 1. Let's read that, and then I want to go into our affirmation, and then we're going to continue on with this lesson. Genesis chapter number 1, verse number 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Let's say our affirmation. I know who I am. I am the image and the likeness of God. I came here with power. I came here with authority. I came here to have dominion. Congratulations to me, because today is the first day of the best days of my life. If you just said that, you know that it is going to manifest and it's going to become true as you continuously say it, because your mind will rewire to meet the conditions of those words. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. If we are to know the purpose of creation, we must first know what God created. It says it very clearly that God created the heavens and the earth, but I don't ever know if anyone has broken down what the heavens are or what the earth is. And we're going to do that over these next few weeks as we talk about the purpose of creation. Because if we're going to talk about the purpose of creation, we've got to talk about what God created and also why God created it. So most times we skip over this simple phrase, in the beginning, God. But this simple phrase, it gives to us a glimpse into a distinction. It gives to us a glimpse into a distinction, and it could also give us a possible view as to what atmosphere the Creator was in. In the beginning, God. If the Creator created the heavens and the earth, the Creator could not have been in the heavens while creating the heavens. The Creator could not have been in the earth while creating the earth. While the Creator was creating these atmospheres and manifesting the supernatural power in these atmospheres, the Creator had to be in an atmosphere all by itself. Because I cannot be, while creating the earth, I cannot be in the earth. While creating the heavens, I cannot be in the heavens. While creating the waters, I cannot be in the waters. While creating the dust of the field, I cannot be the dust of the field. And so To be in the atmosphere means that the Creator would have to be contained and restricted and refined and even confined and defined by the atmosphere. And so the Creator was in an atmosphere all to itself. Now I want you to think about this. Before any being or atmosphere was made, the Creator itself stood in a boundless essence of light. This light filled the whole entirety. There was no such thing as earth. There was no such thing as water. There was no such thing as fire. There was no such thing as air. There was no such thing as all of those elements. And so this creative power, force, essence, beingness in which we call God, what it did is that it created all of these other atmospheres while it yet stood still in an atmosphere all by itself. And this is the power that we know that we have in the Creator. Because when I am in an atmosphere that is conditioned and limited to my senses, when I have either been in the heavens in my mind, when I have been in the earth in my flesh, in my desires, it doesn't matter where I am in my life, doesn't matter where I am in my positions, it doesn't matter where I am in my psyche, it doesn't matter where I am in my desires and my nature, because I have a Creator that was outside of those atmospheres and dimensions, then the Creator can deliver me from wherever I'm in. The Creator can make some type of way from wherever I'm in. And most times what the Creator will do is that the Creator will send a signal through its creation, which is me, and give a signal of an idea. It will give me an impression, a thought, so that I may be able to handle this particular world and this realm and dimension from a higher state of consciousness. So it was in a realm all to itself. Before any being, before any atmosphere, before any sentient being, before the other heavens, before all of the planets, before all of the heavens, before all of the dimensions, all of the portals, all of the doors, all of the windows, before all of this was created, the Creator sat in an atmosphere all to itself, stood in boundless light. And as it stood in boundless light, this boundless light filled all of eternity. There was no such thing as all of the things in which I forementioned. But what did exist was this. I want you to take a deep breath and exhale deeply. Do it again. One more time. Now notice something. I want you to notice that the mind and the body begin to relax. I want you to notice that for a slight moment of you inhaling and exhaling, there was a moment of bliss. And not only a moment of bliss, there was actually no thoughts or no distractions in the mind nor in the body, because we got caught up into a heavenly place. This type of atmosphere in which we just created just by breathing, the Creator was in an atmosphere, a metaphoric atmosphere, a prototype, if you will, of an atmosphere of And you know what is. You can see when you look into the eyes of a baby. You know what awe is? You can see awe when you walk into a new place that you've never been before, and there's this sense of awe. You know what awe is when you take a rose and you take your nose and dive it into the rose, into the center of the rose, and you smell the fragrance of the rose. You know what awe is when you take that delectable bite of food that is your favorite, and the first bite that you get, there's this euphoria, this bliss. The Creator was in an atmosphere filled with that expressive energy. And from that atmosphere, the Creator created the heavens, and the Creator created the earth and the celestial worlds. In the beginning, God. So it means that whatever situation I'm in, the Creator is in the beginning of it. Whatever state of mind I'm in, the Creator is in the beginning of it. Whatever dimension of life I may be in, the Creator is in the beginning of it. And the purpose of creation is tied in what was created. So it says, the Creator created the heavens and the earth. Just for a quick moment, I'm going to name the heavens, and then on next week, we will actually go and deep dive into the heavens. So the first heaven that was created, or the spiritual atmosphere that is superior to our corporeal or physical world or relative world, is Adam Kadmon. Adamkadman. And this was the realm of existence before the beginning of time. The next heaven that was created was Aziluth. Atzilluth. It's the world of emanation. The next heaven that was created was the heaven Beria. Beriah. Beriah. Beria. Which is the world or the heaven of creation. Then we have the world of Yetzirah. Yetzirah, which is the heaven or the world of formation. Then we have the world or the heaven of Asiyah. Asiyah, which is the heaven of the world of action. So in the beginning, the Creator created the heavens and then created the earth. Created earth, water, fire, air, space, the quadrupeds, every creeping thing that has four arms and that has legs and arms, the water, the space. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And while God was creating, the earth was dark, void, and without form. So in these dimensions that was being created, they were created, but at the time, nothing or no one was moving but the oddness of the Creator. The purpose of creation is tied in what was created. It's tied in what was created. Our purpose is to fulfill a desire. All things in our nature want to be closer to the original creator and source. And as we learn the system of nature, then we progressively and systematically make our way back to what is calling us. And creation is a tool by which the greater force or the creator has chosen to help us connect to ourselves and connect to its source. There is a barrier, though. There is a barrier between the heavens and the earth. There is a barrier between the heavens and the earth. What is that barrier? Next week, we'll be talking about the barrier between the heavens and the earth. And every single week, we're going to build upon the foundation that we're laying right now. Let's pray. Dear Father, Creator, we appreciate this new knowledge and information in which you have shared and given to us. And it is with this knowledge and with this information that our perspective now changes and our hunger heightens. And now there's another desire and another level that we want you to quench. There's a thirst and a hunger after righteousness after we have heard this information. Many of us will go and study. Many of us will go and look it up. Many of us will go and search to find more of what we have received. Thank you for allowing us to graduate from one desire into another level of desiring you. And with this desire, we will draw closer to you. And as we draw closer to you, we want to please you and allow you to work through us so that we may do our parts to bring harmony into our world and our life affairs. For this we give you praise because we know that all things are good as you have called them to be from the beginning. We concur with your word as you have taught us about so far the purpose of creation. Listen, friend, I want you to help me by liking this and sharing this. If you're on YouTube, I want you to hit the notification so that you will know when new information and videos pop up. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you out of all the support that you're giving and that you're doing. Listen, join me next week as we talk about the astral plane, which is the barrier between heaven and earth. Until next time, remember, be challenged, be charged, be changed.